everybody. Today I'm going to review Kobalt's 8 amp, half-inch drive corded impact. And what's nice about this is the fact that you do not need an air compressor or batteries to operate it. And it has a simple cord that's going to plug right in the wall. And as soon as you plug it in, it's going to have maximum power, which is up to 350 foot-pounds of torque. So what that will allow you to do is rotate your own tires or even change an axle or a rotor right in the comfort of your own driveway or your garage, as long as you have a regular extension cord to plug this into. So what I'm going to do in this video is basically show you the different features of this, and then we're going to see it actually being used. Included with the impact is going to be this nice blow mold carrying case that does have a handle on the top to carry it around, and it will also stand upright on its own. Now to pop it open, what we're going to do is just pop the 2 latches. The lid will unfold in half, and inside we have the half-inch impact as well as the operator's manual that's stored in the lid. So if you have any questions about how anything works, it's going to be covered in this manual. And then they also include 7 impact sockets on a socket rail. Now the socket sizes are going to be 7/8, 13/16, 3/4 inch, 11/16, and then on the metric side we're going to have 21 millimeter, 19 millimeter, and 17 millimeter. Now these are deep well 6-point impact sockets, and they're perfect for removing lug nuts. These are the standard sizes that you're going to use. So if you only want to do tire rotations, you're already going to have the sockets included with this kit, and you're not going to need to buy anything additional. Here's a closer view of the impact itself, and there's a few things that I want to point out. On the front of the nose cone, you're going to notice this black section. That is not metal, and it's actually a built-in rubber protective boot that's going to save the impact from getting beat up, and it's also going to save your vehicle from getting scratched or dinged if this part hits it. Because that's rubber, it's not going to dent anything, and it actually will protect not only the impact, but also what you're working on. Now the anvil on the front of this is actually known as a friction ring anvil, which is the same type of anvil you'll see on a pneumatic impact wrench. So what that means is there's no little pin that you have to press in like a ratchet, and you can take a standard impact socket and with one hand slide it right into place, and now it's ready to go. When you're done using it, you can also take one hand, pop it right off, and it makes using this very quick and very easy. The directional switch is a rocker switch right here on the handle, and if you press on the top portion, it'll go in reverse, and the bottom portion will make it go in forward. Now on the back of the handle, you'll notice a blue light. I do have this plugged in, so you can see the blue light lit up. That means there's power in the cord. So if you go out to use this and you plug it in, but you do not see a blue light, then the problem is the electricity. There's no electricity in the line you're using, and you need to either check your breaker or make sure the extension cord is plugged in. So what I'm going to do now is actually go through a variety of testing with this so we can see what kind of power you'll expect out of the Kobalt half-inch corded impact. Okay, for the first test, what I'm going to do is try to remove a 1.5-inch nut from a 1-inch shank, which is part of a trailer ball hitch. And what I'm going to do is actually verify that this is torqued down to 250 foot-pounds with this half-inch drive calibrated torque wrench. We're going to put this on here, and then I'm going to lift up on it. When you hear the click, it's going to verify that it's at the 250 mark. So here we go. And that loud click you hear signifies that it did hit the 250 mark. And if we look on here, the handle is turned all the way up to 250. So it's not down at all. This is the maximum that this torque wrench can go to. So what I'm going to do now is take the corded Kobalt with a 1.5-inch socket, and we're going to see if it's going to pop this off of here. And just to keep the actual trailer ball from turning, I'm going to place this pipe wrench on here so it will grab in and keep it from rotating if this can break it free. So here we go. Popped it right off of there, 250 foot-pounds, no problem at all. Now if you like to rotate your own tires but hate using things like a tire iron, the Kobalt electric impact wrench really will speed things up. So what we're going to do is pop these 5 lugs off, and you'll see how much time you can save. And let's say you want to change your rotor or your CV axle, then what we need to do first is remove this large 36mm axle nut that basically holds everything together. So I have a 36mm deep well impact socket on the Kobalt corded impact wrench, and we're going to see if it's going to pop that off of there. Spun it right off with no problems at all. And then finally, let's say you're working on a deck and you have to either install or remove these very large lag bolts. A lot of times you're stuck doing this by hand and it can take an extremely long time. But if you have the Kobalt corded impact wrench, you can pop it right on there and remove or install these lag bolts very easily. So you can see that's a very large lag bolt, and now we're going to put it right back in just as quickly as we removed it. So you can see now how much time that'll save you versus doing this type of thing by hand. So now you've seen Kobalt's half-inch drive corded impact for yourself. And with the 350 foot-pounds of torque, it has a tremendous amount of power that's going to allow you to get whatever jobs you need to get done on your vehicle right in the comfort of your own driveway or your own garage. And they do have that 5-year hassle-free guarantee, so as long as you have your receipt and there's ever a problem in the first 5 years, you can walk into any Lowe's across the country and exchange this free of charge. If you like this video, please click like. If you like my channel, please click subscribe. And thanks for watching.